hoes hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'm a slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be ready.
Today, from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports.
We're in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the... Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Rodgers on the return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Isaiah Rodgers.
The Colts offense getting ready, and leading them out is the rookie from Washington, drafted in the 4th round back in April, Jacob Eason.
And when you see Jacob Eason in a uniform, you think, that looks like a quarterback. 6'6", nearly 230 pounds, a monster arm. Any throw you want, he can make it. And remember this, the Colts have only drafted 2 quarterbacks in the first 5 rounds since 1991. No pressure, Jacob Eason. They were Peyton Manning and Andrew Luck.
First and 10, Eason over the middle, and it's incomplete. Zach Pascal, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Eason, and on the left sideline he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
There's a good catch by Odell Beckham Jr. And in 2019, even though it was one of the least productive seasons of his career, he was still a 1,000-yard receiver for the big time. Also caught the longest reception of his career as well. An 89-yard touchdown against the Jets on a Monday night. Explosive is Odell Beckham Jr.
And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper.
That's good.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 13 carries, 56 yards.
They've won 2 straight games and have done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners. And there's a completion to Austin Hooper. What a big-time acquisition for this offense in Cleveland. Came from Atlanta as a 2-time Pro Bowler. Had nearly 800 yards in receptions and 6 touchdowns last year, and he spends a lot of time with his quarterback in order for them to get on the same page on every snap.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Looks for Beckham again. This time he finds him. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 15 yards on the play, first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. The linebacker Darius Leonard applied the heat.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Rodgers on the return. Oh, a good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
1st and 10 at their own 32.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Oh,
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Hines. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
The stop made by Myles Garrett.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 14 carries, 64 yards, and a touchdown.
I'm so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working, and they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see. And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
Yeah, he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. Caught left side by Hilton. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Reception there by T.Y. Hilton, and he absolutely terrifies defenses when he gets downfield. Speed, shiftiness, excellent hands. 5 1,000-yard seasons in his career.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. And this is going to be incomplete. T.Y. Hilton once again the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Eason, the ball popped in the air and intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback, because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at about the 32. Following the interception, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Brought down back at
that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
That's out to Chubb, complete. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
Now let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You've got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
7, Colts nothing.
Second and 12. Eason looking deep for Hilton. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Greedy Williams on the coverage.
From the gun is Eason. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first two possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. So here are the Browns to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. 7 yards to pick up there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 9.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They find some open field here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
That's good.
14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Harris has it over the middle. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 13-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
31's the mic.
Now Mayfield. And he's got it. Yeah, the Browns are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down. They'll look to run with Akers. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
At the 2-yard line.
They'll give it to Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
His kick is good.
No success on 1st down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Colt offense and T.Y. Hilton making their way back out. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the 2nd quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far.
10 yards on the
now it's Hines.
It's 2nd
and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
1st down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Eason's pass.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. From the gun, Eason. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Operating from the gun, Eason.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On 3rd and 2, Eason got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st down, Jacob Eason. And it's caught. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Taylor, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
A 21-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
Colts 3.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in a field goal range now at the 27-yard line. There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of it. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
It's now 2nd and 10.
A second down throw for Mayfield, and that is incomplete.
Mayfield's pass.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards.
This time they stay on the ground, and they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop him with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on what should be the final play of the first half.
At the 23-yard line.
So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team.
The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This will make it into the end zone, and the half will begin with a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 13.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be fourth down.
There's Jarvis Landry with a nice reception and pickup there, and when you say Pro Bowl, you better think Jarvis Landry. He's been selected to it every year since 2015. The only season he's missed is rookie year. And he is durable and tough. We talk about that all the time. How about this for an example? Hasn't missed a game in his first 6 seasons and was a 1,000-yard receiver for the third time in 2019.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
He was taken down by
the run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run once more with Taylor. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
The ball carrier.
Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he's got his man in stride. Complete.
Eason's pass complete to Mike Gesicki.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing is Eason. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. From the gun, Eason throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row. First down. Operating from the gun. Eason, his throw incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
The give to Taylor. There's a nice move. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
32-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards.
From the gun, Eason, the Browns D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Makes the score Browns 14, Colts 6.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down the defense.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A good run by Chubb on first down. He'll get about 6 yards there. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
They run it again with Chubb. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And a nice carry and a first down for Cleveland. A nice pickup there by Nick Chubb, who's a bright spot for this Cleveland offense. He finished second in the league in rushing in 2019 with nearly 1,500 yards on the ground and got into the end zone 8 times. And how about this for durability? Has not missed a game in his NFL career. What a bounce back from a big-time knee injury while at the University of Georgia.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
The tackle made by Rock Yassin.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taking it about the 16. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And that will come the offense as they take over. Indy set to go on offense once more. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
3rd quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. To throw again. Eason. And that is incomplete here.
Eason's pass.
An important play right here. 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
3rd down and 10 yards.
On 3rd down. Eason, and that will be incomplete as well. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches. At the 49-yard line.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Tight end right, tight end right.
And again, it's Chubb. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked so well. And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter, you got to feel pretty good as a defense.
The stop, force the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 42. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think.
That's what I'm frustrated about, man.
Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, Chubb. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
At the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st down and 10 yards to go.
To throw, Mayfield. And that's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. The quick slant caught. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown and the two-point conversion. Field goals are going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Eason. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
A gain of 12.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. And now this is Hilton on the receiving end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up
Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Colts first down.
From the gun, Eason throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Incomplete. Leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again, Eason. The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. And he gets it down to the 32. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
So he stays up, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Tack McKinley drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense, I got it,
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
18-yard line.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. 4 down. 4 down. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51.
Mayfield looks to throw.
Hey, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it's 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Strong right. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Mayfield going to keep it on the option. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Come on, man. Set the tone. You better do something.
Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run the option left side. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and goal at the 4-yard line. He is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
You want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal.
Key to tight end. Hey, we are.
They'll run for it. Chubb, and he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Eason, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Greedy Williams on the coverage.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League.